I don't think I've flown this plane since they redid it, but I heard it's good.
Yeah, I've
No,
barely
Sobo
flown
redid
it. I've barely flown it in the last year.
Or maybe it was working title.
Yeah, I think Working Title did stuff to this.
I am on the runway, but let me jump into VR. Sure is.
I've got to try it. My son has an Oculus too, but can't find the cable.
Oh. Yeah, that's a good way to start with the 2. I'm waiting for the Pimax. I have one on order.
Is that a significant investment?
The Crystal Light is like 800.
You say the Crystal Light? Isn't that like something you put in water to...
Sugar-free. Sugar-free.
Sugar-free?
Little packet, get some water, and yeah, it's the best.
It's like crack, but for people that want sugar-free lives.
That's it.
Or Kool-Aid. There's Zersted.
Yeah, I think looks like he's on the roll. Or on a roll.
Rolling.
Is that first airport? Are we landing? These are just
yeah. So what we'll do is we'll land at all the airports.
great. Lets people catch up.
Yeah, that's what it'll help people catch up. And I think the every time I look at this plane, it just gets bigger and bigger. I told Marsh, I'm like, I showed him the map, and it's like it's showing like 2 hours now. I'm like, what? And then there's like it's all dark because like right now it's dark over there. But there's one airport that shows up, and it's Phuket, and I'm like, yeah, just Phuket, you know. But we'll see as we go through, like how far. But this flight plan we start here in Saigon, which is also Ho Chi Minh City, and then we're gonna be going up. We'll do a couple of stops. This is southern Vietnam. We'll do a couple of stops southern Vietnam, cross over into Cambodia, and when we get into Cambodia, then we get at the intersection of Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam. That's where the Ho Chi Minh Trail really is. It's Cambodia and Laos, not really in Vietnam, because that's where like all the routes to get stuff around between North and South Vietnam. And I think we'll fly over the demilitarized zone, and we'll also cross into Laos, and then finish off in the northern part of Vietnam. But other than that, I don't know much about the area other than Apocalypse Now. But Apocalypse Now is like Saigon, but then it's Cambodia most of the movie. So I don't know. So yeah, we can spool up and take off. We'll go to the first one. I was gonna put my ticker at the top, but this first airport's not even in that database, so I was like, there's no point. So we'll take off, and if you have any questions, just let me know. But should be good here. Normally we do like these flights, we set the time around like late afternoon, but because it's Good Morning Vietnam, I went the opposite. See the sunrise. Oh man, TCAS is going off.
Yeah, I remember that last community flight. We spent hours trying to figure out how to shut it off.
Did you figure it out?
I don't recall.
Maybe at the next stop we'll look.
Yeah, let me see, Google it or something.
Well, isn't it a super chat? It'll be a TCAS fail.
Yeah, everybody just needs to give a super chat. We'll be fine.
Yeah, right.
Really beautiful photogrammetry here, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
Yeah, because this part I was like, well, there's no mounds or anything. But then I'm like, well, actually, there's lots of like city to take a look at around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure is.
Because like, when you're looking at the city, you're like, okay, well, it's like buildings, just like, you know, wherever you are. But I've looked at, like, gone to Moscow, and then you see it's like all these tenements, like, it's like, actually, this is a lot different than what I'm used to. Like, it's not these big, massive apartment buildings one on top of each other. But over there, yeah, that's it, how it rolls. Oh, that's why I'm going slow. The flap's still up. Oh, yeah, this one has gears too.
Yep.
Yeah. I was gonna see how many times I forget to put them down.
Got some low clouds here.
Yeah. You gonna try and climb above them?
I'm gonna try to stay low.
Okay.
But low, I'm at 2,000 and pretty much flying into clouds.
Yeah.
Traffic, 6 o'clock, same altitude, less than 1 mile.
Yeah, yesterday I put out a video. I had a couple of videos on what to do after updating Flight Simulator, like for world updates. But it was a little like fragmented. So yesterday I put it all together in one little 5.5 minute video. I press release, and then after a couple hours, then I started to see, hey, wait, it's at 100 views an hour. I'm like, okay, it's starting to take off. And I was like 11 o'clock at night. I had 2,818 subscribers. I wake up this morning, I had like 2860 something. I already had 6,000 views. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is like, now it's I think it's now at 2,900 subscribers, and I was like, wow.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, so it just took off, I think. Yeah, so now it's up to almost 9,000. Talking about
That's amazing.
9,000, we might have about 9 kilometers before our first stop. Victor, Papa Golf.
Oh, yeah.
It's not on my Navigraph.
Not on Navigraph? What about on your little nav map?
I didn't even start little
Okay.
map. But no big deal.
Yeah. And all these runways are long enough. Nothing short.
Traffic, 6 o'clock.
Are they like dirt runways?
1 mile.
No, full metal jacket. Hey, I was like, hey, good morning, Vietnam. What was it? Apocalypse Now. Yeah, full metal jacket. There we go. Yeah, it's concrete.
Traffic, 1 o'clock. Same altitude, less than 1 mile. Traffic, 2 o'clock. High, less than 1 mile.
Is the runway straight ahead?
Yeah, should be somewhere. Airstud might have it.
Yeah.
I think he's the closest.
Okay.
Here it's 10 and 28.
Is there stud in the chat?
No, he's but he's in the sim.
Okay.
Traffic, 12 o'clock. Same altitude, less than 1 mile.
I guess Airsted's flying a pattern of some sort.
Yeah.
If I know Airsted.
Traffic, 12 o'clock. High, less than
I
1
guess I'd
mile.
put the gear down. Oh, whoa! It's Lord. Okay. Whoops.
Traffic, 11 o'clock. High, less than 1 mile.
Better do a 360.
Traffic, 2 o'clock. Same altitude, less than 1 mile.
118.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Smoothest landing of the year. Until I landed into a tree.
I love this plane.
Yeah, it's nice and fast.
I know. It can go as slow as like a Cessna 152 and as fast as a little jet.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Super stable, comfortable, smooth.
What's that tree doing right there?
It's there waiting for you.
Apparently.
Yeah, and what's that car doing on the road? on the runway?
The yellow one.
Yeah.
Man, I sure do like my Toby eye tracker.
Ah, yes.
They have you to thank for that. But the other day it stopped working and I realized how much I love it. I mean, it stopped working in one flight. I don't know why, but it's working fine.
Okay. Yeah, because for me, it lasted about, I think, a good year before the sticker came off, and then I put on some 3M tape, and then that stuck on until I took it off my racing rig and brought it over here, and I put some new tape on, and it's working perfect. All right,
Great.
yeah, we can take off. We can go. And it's useful, Flight Simulator, DCS, Truck Simulator, it's good for a lot of things. Like, I know they say it supports Assassin's Creed and Far Cry, because they gave me Far Cry, and I was like, okay, it's like, to me in a game like that, I guess, yeah, it's good, because then you can look with your eyes to aim your gun, the Hunter Call of the Wild. I liked it in there.
Oh yeah.
Because then I could just look at a deer and then bang, I'm shooting right at that deer. Yeah, I remember those days. There was T was in the Discord, and he's like, yeah, can you show me how to hunt in the Hunter? I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, the guy probably hunts himself, and I'm not a hunter. I gotta teach this guy how to hunt. Well, we're about like 500 feet from each other, and he starts firing off like wild, and I'm like, dude, you're scaring all the deer away from me. I'm like, just stop it. The next airport, I think it's there's a little like tiny mountain in the middle of nowhere, and I think the airport is just to the left of it.
Is it that mountain off in the distance? At like,
Yeah. Yeah, about like probably like 50 knots, nautical miles.
Traffic.
Okay.
9 o'clock. Low. 1 mile.
Victor Bravo uniform.
This is all really uniform.
Traffic.
Oh, I see
9 o'clock. Low.
Victor Bravo uniform on my MFD.
Okay, yeah.
It's just to the west of a big lake.
Less than 1 mile.
All sorts of tributaries.
Is that what it's called?
System.
In Vietnam, they
I don't
got
know.
Big Lake.
Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
An air-stood sizzling formation. Almost.
Why you say that? He's ahead.
Well,
Oh, maybe from your viewpoint.
yeah. Yeah, from like 15 miles behind, you look like you're 2 inches apart.
Today I saw there's been an update to the TBM 850, I think.
Oh yeah, Blue was streaming
Yeah, and
the black square or whatever.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, Black Square, because the it's almost like a canard, because it's got
What?
another wing in the front.
Whoa,
Unless that was something else, but I'm pretty
that
sure.
might be. Didn't that just hit the marketplace, the black square? Or no, I'm thinking of the Dukes. Piston Duke and whatever Duke.
Black Shark. No, what? And it's not. Yeah, Black Square. Black Shark is the AI,
Yeah.
which I don't see anymore with my stripper. I don't.
Got strippered off.
Yeah. Someone asked me in the video from yesterday, how do you get those nice like loading screens? I'm like, it's called something stripper. But I think Parallel 42 calls it like striper.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when I look at that, it's definitely stripper to me.
We all know they named it with a great deal of intentionality.
Oh, yeah. But I've seen Good Morning Vietnam several times over the years.
Really?
Yeah, but it's only been recently that I realized there actually is the Ho Chi Minh Trail. And now, Ho Chi Minh, it was the president or the dictator of North Vietnam.
The Viet Cong. Mm.
Yeah. So this next one's 06 or 24.
Okay.
And after the last world update, I got in. Well, I got in today, and the HUD was on and everything. I'm like, all my settings changed. I'm like, what? Unless, I don't know. I haven't had that in a long time. Like, yes, I always get there's one setting that always changes. It always goes to window mode after an update. But this time it was even the HUD. I was like,
You know, there's a video about
how
how
to?
to cope with updates. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's my own
Pretty
video.
Amazing. Definitely. It's just 3 steps actually. So
Yeah, 3 steps.
pretty simple.
Three steps, and then 4 troubleshooting steps. And while you're on that video, you can ask troubleshooting questions about anything. I got one. It was like,
No way.
it was going on about when he goes to land, the wind completely changes directions by 180 degrees, and have I ever seen that in the sim? And I'm like, nope. It's like, well, how can I reach you? So I can send you these 2 videos I've got. I'm like, the forms. I'm like, I'm not tech support here. Like, I'll help you out, but like, it's completely off topic. And then I don't have the issue. I wouldn't be able to fix the issue anyways. Especially if it's like a
You
known.
should call YouTube tech support. I heard their tech support is the best in the industry.
Yeah. I was like
Industry leading.
I was like in YouTube jail for like 3 days.
Not a good place to be.
No, it's like marine land. It's not a good place to be. Everybody loves marine land. You can. It's between Niagara Falls and Toronto.
Marine land?
Yeah,
I never heard of it.
you can swim with the dolphins and the whales. It's like SeaWorld, but in Canada. But now it's completely shut down. But I heard,
Because of animal rights.
yes, animal rights. Ooh, someone chopped the trees from the bottom. Looks like it.
It's going to be challenging coming from this end.
Oh, watch out for the car!
They really do like drive on their runway, don't they?
Yeah. Aaron Murray, thanks for the sub. Talking about subs, I had sub for a lunch.
I'm eating one right now.
Oh, you're
Late
eating one.
lunch.
About to eat a
Very
tree.
late.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like past 4 on the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, here like
There's-
both parts of the like to get onto the runway, it's like trees are right there.
I'm not. Here comes somebody.
Yeah.
Landing.
Math
Uh-oh.
Katani. Where's your landing gear? I've done that before. Don't worry. I've definitely landed without landing gear, and not just once. Pretty embarrassing. Probably a good dozen. Half my flights I don't land with the landing gear. Maybe not. That might be a little exaggeration there, but we'll let them come back rather than we just all fly right through them. Flaps. Next airport's about 117. So if you want to go higher, yeah, you can go higher, because the higher you go, the faster you go. All right, we can go now. I was gonna say, not everybody at the same time.
Hey. Someone's got to be first. Go. Watch for the cars.
80 knots.
Look both ways.
Take off. Traffic.
Less than 1 mile. 7 o'clock.
I also got like a comment this morning. I responded and then I think I deleted it. But it was like the guy's like, "Oh, the music is way too much. It's just too much. The music's too much." I'm like, dude, there's been like over 6,000 people that have watched it in less than 24 hours, and nobody's complained about the music. I'm like, see ya. Don't watch my movie. Don't watch my videos again. Just go
That's
ahead.
an amazing number of views.
Yeah, I was like, I wake up to that. I'm like, okay, like, not getting any complaints except for this one guy out of 6,000 that thinks the music is too loud. It's too much. Well, wait till the next one. I'll make sure to put it a little louder for him.
Was his name Benji by any chance?
No.
No?
No.
Probably napped through the video.
Yeah. Sleepy Benji. Well, yeah, nowadays, like, I get, the grumpy comments or whatever. I don't care. I used to, like, a lot of them, I would, like, reply and I'd be, like, pissed off and then I would, like, delete it. So they got a notification, but then there's nothing there to see. And then I got my, like, anger out. Now it's like, no, hide from channel. No more posting.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yep.
Because like,
don't feed the troll.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's like, this morning it was like it wasn't Microsoft. It was like butchering Microsoft because he had a beef against them. And that they're making us, do all this stuff. And we're going into 2024 and we got to do all this stuff. While I just restarted MSFS 2.0 and it was easy and it's because
you have to boot it from a floppy disk.
Yeah, the other thing is MSFS 2.0, it was lines. It wasn't even an aircraft. Like, don't tell me that was a simulator. It's like you're playing Pong, but it was just like a little weird shaped instead. Like,
you have to fill out a punch card to take off.
And when there was a bug in the system, it's because there was a moth in the system.
Yeah. It required a can of Raid to...
Can of Raid.
Okay.
They didn't have Raid back then. They had the SWAT team.
A fly spotter.
The SWAT team showed up. Oh, this is a Raid. This is a Raid.
The SWAT team with fly swatters.
Yeah.
They definitely reduced the number of traffic advisories from when we did this. Like now I see a traffic warning on my primary flight display and it shows, but it doesn't like remind you every 5 seconds. It just tells you once for that plane.
Yeah, I know what you mean because right now I'm not getting anything.
Yeah, it's great.
It's pretty much when we took off, it's telling you, and then after that, it's like, well, you figure it out.
Yeah. It's on you. Yeah, I'm only like a few hundred feet behind Airstud, and it's telling you, it's showing it as a conflict, but I haven't had any audible warnings.
Well, to eliminate any conflicts, you want to do 3 things.
Tell us what they are. Is one to download the updater add-on
The sim installer?
Something. Sim installer.
Well, one is to delete the first one's to delete the airports that are duplicate or that you don't want. But then someone commented, they get the world update, and then they delete all the POIs. I'm like,
what?
Like, wow. And then like all the discovery flights and the landing challenges, it saves on data. Because like even in my case, like I'm not gonna go looking at the POIs. Like even at like here.
Yeah, I deleted mine too.
Yeah, because like we're on a VFR flight right now, but like the only time I do VFR is like community flight, or like a special like video or something. But it's like we're here. There is no POIs. But if we're flying in Germany, okay. But you also, if you're never gonna fly in Germany, there's no point. Really, there's no point in getting the world update if you're never gonna fly in Germany. Like,
that's a good point, actually.
I think that point number 1 should have been, think about it. You know, the update comes out, just think about it for a couple of days. Do you really want to go fly in that country? Like, someone from Ukraine, when a Russian update comes out, do they want to go fly in Russia? Hell yes, they want to, because they want to go into like what is it, Kursk or whatever? They want to bombard. But it's like if you're not gonna go fly somewhere, yeah, what's the point of having the airports? Unless you're like a streamer like me, like, and I'm all over the place. Yeah, but
I fly everywhere.
but I guess you know, having all these airports and not flying to them, it's wasted data. But on the other hand, having all the planes, well, at least you see the planes, you know. That groomsman plane there, or the big like cruise ship that's a plane. Well, the one that's in the world flying around, well, you'll see them. They're just on the other server. But it makes more sense to get the planes in all the airports. But if you fly everywhere, well, you want both.
I'm a big proponent of having all the major world airports. If you're an airliner person, you're going to hit them once every few months.
Yeah.
Amsterdam, Brussels, JFK, LAX, whatever.
Caracas.
Yeah, there you go.
How do you manage to feather the prop in this plane? Does anybody know? Or is it supposed to be automatic?
There's a feather.
I see it, but I don't know how to.
Probably just gotta click it.
Wait a second.
Maybe if you put it in autopilot, you can go over there and do it. I don't know.
I think
spot over there. No.
There's got to be a binding for that. Because I tried manually, and it won't cross over.
Yeah, me neither.
And I'm using my 737 profile, so I don't have a prop lever on this. It's not set up.
Well, set your fuel tank to off, and I guarantee it will feather eventually. Just switch my fuel tank from left to right.
Hey, Marsh, I've emailed our friend. Well, actually, the first one is our mutual friend. The second one is who the company told me to. But Hang Mei.
Yes.
She never responded.
Woman.
I actually sent her a LinkedIn invite. Nothing. I replied back to the company. Nothing. Sounds like my doctor. It's like after like 6-7 years, I'm like, yeah, I should get checked up, you know. So I call and I think I talked about this last week. Well, they were supposed to call me back because she was going to talk to the doctor. You know, you haven't seen them in a while, and it's outside of the range that we like to see our patients. But I'll give you a call back. She's never called me back. And I've left voicemail on Monday. I even called today. Voicemail's full today. Like, so you know what I did?
Ew.
I called the College of Physicians. Because I want to know what the policy is in the because it's different for you guys, because for you have to pay to go see the doctor.
Yeah.
In my case,
no one's going to refuse our business.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
in my case, there's like 160,000 people on a waiting list for a doctor. So, why is he taking me off the list? Yeah, I haven't seen him. I haven't talked to him. But he also hasn't reached out to me either. So, I don't know. So, last ditch effort, I was like, let's call the College of Physicians, see what can he do, because when I look, he can't refuse me unless it's like documented, and like it would have to be like something like really stupid, and no, not not talking to him for 6-7 years. Yeah. So yeah, Pimax is the same thing. It's like,
Ghosted by Pimax and the Canadian Health Service.
maybe what I'll do is I'll just contact Crystal Light, see if I can get a sponsorship. Hey, by the way, when you buy your Crystal Light, buy some Crystal Light.
Sounds like an illegal substance.
Yeah. You don't want to be like, buy crystal meth. But if you
Just
did,
tell him you know XP72.
yeah,
You'll have a crystal light in your mailbox the next day. Or maybe even a full crystal.
Ooh. Yeah, but then it's gonna be a box. It's gonna be about 5'2". You open up the box, and it's crystal.
I thought you were gonna say it's gonna be hangmaking.
No, it's crystal. Well, maybe that's her English name. I don't know. Hey, it's crystal. What? Yeah, you wanted a Pimax crystal. Here you go. It's an employee from Pimax. No, that's not what we're looking for here. I want the VR. I want to go into the metaverse.
Dang. I think Airsted's going for 30,000 feet.
Going for the 160,000 feet? Remember, like the Dark Star?
Yeah.
You go like on the edge of the universe, pretty much. So we got Dr. Bishop and Joe are low, and then Marsh and Airstead are high. Is
We may never come down.
How high are you two?
they're at 18,000,
All right.
and then I'm like in the middle.
I'm at 4,400.
Oh, 4,000.
You're moving pretty good, Doctor.
Yeah, I'm at 9,000.
Oh wow. You just look like you're on the ground, even though you're at 10,000 feet from this vantage point.
Well, it'll be easier to land.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking we should be like in F4s around here.
Yep.
Yeah, so this next right now we're in Cambodia, and so this next airport is Cambodia, but we'll then be going crossing the 3 countries, and depending on which area, the 4 countries. But I've never heard
Korea
of.
too? Is that what you're saying?
No, not Korea.
Oh. God.
I
Know my geography.
I had never heard of Laos before. I didn't-
Well,
so what?
LBJ definitely heard of Laos. LBJ and Nixon. But the demilitarized zone you were talking about is an old one that was between
Yeah, it's not.
Vietnam and
Yeah, north and south.
Cambodia, north and south. Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because it's just Vietnam
Yeah.
or Vietnam. It was Vietnam, and then it became Vietnam once the Americans showed up.
Oh boy. Maskatani's at like 30,000 feet. He's like 10,000 feet above
Yeah,
it.
okay. Because I was trying to find him. I was like, is he still around? Oh yeah, I see now. It had 30,000. I guess when you say go high, everybody's got a
We
different.
go high, they go low.
Yeah, but everybody's got their own perception of what's high. Well, 4,000
Yeah.
feet's high. Well, 30,000 is high.
One man's fighter jet is another man's high performance bush plane.
Yeah. And I know there's like mountain ranges in Vietnam, but I think it's more so in the north, because the south there's really not anything until we get halfway into the country.
Mm.
In Cambodia, based off of Apocalypse Now, I thought it was all like jungle. Doesn't really look like it.
Yeah. Man.
It's where Guns N' Roses came out with their song. Is it Guns N' Roses or AC/DC? Well, welcome to the jungle. And I was also thinking you could do this. It's a lot tougher because a Huey isn't as quick as a TBM. But taking a Huey, going into Cambodia, Vietnam, that's more of a era aircraft.
That's true.
Hueys and F4s. Phantoms. Yeah, Matt's he's gonna be like our like the theme song, you know. He's so high he doesn't think he's gonna be able to come back down.
I don't think he will be able to come back down.
So last Saturday, I think I streamed, and then after the stream, I was like, hey, I'm a brand account and I can't get access to, like, you're supposed to be able to have like 10 free gifted memberships that you can give out on a monthly basis as a channel. But if you're a brand account, it doesn't work. And also, as a brand account, you can't receive gifted memberships from other people, like when you're on other, like watching other channels. Like, all right, well, how do I get myself back to a personal account? Well, the YouTube support, they're like, nope, you can't do it. And I'm like, yeah, there's definitely a way. There's definitely a way. So I looked it up. I found a way. I tried doing it. And when I got it onto the other side, it still said brand account. But then the thing is I now had Sizzling Popcorn under my personal Gmail account. But I also had a Sizzling Popcorn dash whatever that created when I did that. And I was like, well, what's going on? And I couldn't stream. I had to wait 24 hours. So I deleted that second account and it opened up another one. Well, I had to wait another 24. Then I'm like, okay, I tried something else. Another 24-hour delay. I'm like, come on, like, this is frustrating. And YouTube support was not helpful at all. And after like 72 hours or whatever, I just flipped my account back to a brand. Because the thing is my Streamlabs, all my settings were gone because they were attached to my brand account. Went back to brand, it all came back to me. It was like a Celine Dion song. It's all coming back to me now. Yeah, this airport's Victor Delta Sierra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 02 and 20 asphalt.
Victor Delta Sierra Tango?
Yep.
I don't see that on my map. How far away are you guys?
Wait.
Like, you're
I'm
right on
about
top of it?
22 miles.
Uh-oh, I probably passed it, huh?
No,
I assume.
no, it's straight ahead. It's weird, but on my MFD, I don't have that magenta line anymore. But I
The
haven't.
only
Still
airport I
showing.
see is... I assumed we were going to Victor Tango uniform because that's the only airport on my MFD. I'm gonna zoom out here. Oh, I see. You can't.
Kind of where those rivers come together.
What did you say?
Rivers.
Victor Tango uniform? That's
Yeah.
no.
That's the next one after that.
No, that's not even one, but that's far out.
Okay.
Oh, I do see the magenta line. It's pretty much telling me I'm way off.
All right, I'm gonna nosedive it, but I
So-
don't know where the airport is because it's not on the MFD. But if it's where the rivers come together, then it'll be somewhere around
Yeah.
here.
It's right around the river. Actually, no. It's supposed to.
I don't see. I mean, I just don't see any airports.
I've got it on mine, so you guys are doing good. You're
Yeah, I think Airstad's doing good because he's
we're
now.
about 20 miles from
No,
where
it-
I am. Yeah, Airstud looks like he's on it.
Yeah, and it's 0220.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He's straight ahead.
So confusing. I lost sight of it. So.
He's in the clouds. He's below the clouds.
Oh, I see him now. Got it.
Yeah, you're at
Oh,
11,000. He's at like 1,000.
I was looking for Airstud for the past like 10 minutes. Oh, I see the airport too. Oh my goodness. Oh boy.
Good.
Yeah. And you can see on the horizon, they're starting to get. It's starting to get a little bumpy. And we'll see how the elevation starts to go up. What are you doing, kamikaze? Mine is 1,000 feet. Oh, he's like 6,000 feet under. Oh, he's like a phoenix. He's rising up. Math Katani, he made it down. Is that like under 4,000? That's good. Yeah, the VFR map doesn't really show it, but yeah, it is right by the river. This airport is like living in the van down by the river.
Traffic, 10 o'clock, low, less than 1 mile. Landing gear, 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 landing gear. Traffic, 2 o'clock, high, 1 mile.
Nice landing.
I took a few of those tutorial videos on my channel.
They're very popular.
Well, the next one, I thought I'd have it out by now, but I've got to do some more editing. But METARs, or meters. And like a 15-minute video, so it's like explaining A, what it is, why is it important in real life, in the sim, and then how to decode it, where to find it in the simulator, where to find it in Navigraph, and then at the end, and going through not just the basic abbreviations, but the ones you might not always see, going through them all.
Wait for that video to come out.
I think I'll do one more leg, then I'm going to call it a night.
Yeah.
Chat.
Understandable.
Yeah, they so these next two waypoints, they're just waypoints. Because it's bring us on the crossover between Cambodia, Vietnam, and Laos.
Landing gear.
Oh!
Wow, those look like some real Cambodian houses.
How far is it to the next landing spot, you think?
Next landing spot, it's showing. Oh, this is a long one. it's like 170 nautical miles.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
find.
I'll do it. Got it.
All right, let's take off. And yeah, you might as well go up. You might as well go up high.
So we wait for. Oh, here.
Oh yeah.
What you going? What altitude are you going to go up to?
Yeah, like
8,000?
20,
What do you think? Oh, wow.
20, 30? Because that's what Arista was going, and math was up to 30.
I know. I kind of like to see the scenery, though. I'm gonna stay
Yeah,
a little lower.
yeah,
but
you
I'll try to keep up.
Yeah, you can stay, go up or down. Just don't go underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, because here I think we're going through some national parks. What do you want landing gear for?
Your power lower than 50%, or your flaps.
No. Oh, yeah, flaps. I think rather than retract them, I extended them further.
Nice.
Yeah. Joel, you're up high.
Me?
Because Airstead and Marsha are like at 2,000. I'm like, oh, you're up too high. It's the opposite of the last league.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, next week, I don't think we'll do a flight because on the Friday nights I've got my cousin. She's in town, and so I'm the tour guide. I've got like 8 to 10 hours to drive her all over the place and get her back. So I'm not sure if I'll be back for a community flight. We might do something Saturday night, something.
Cool.
Sweet.
But what,
I'll be in Vegas.
You'll be in Vegas? All right.
Yep.
Nice.
Slot machines.
I'll be flying in a $25 million simulator on Saturday night. So.
Yeah. What's them?
Miss them.
737?
What is it?
Yeah, it's a 737.
Oh, that's awesome.
Full
Try and do it when I
motion?
Yeah. I have to go at like 8 p.m. because the fit between slots used by real airline training.
Where do you live?
I live in Texas,
Okay.
but
You're going all the way out there for that? Or you're out there
yeah.
for something else?
I just enjoy Vegas on occasion.
Me too.
Vegas is like a second
I
home.
wouldn't. I don't know where we're supposed to be going because
You're doing
everyone's
good.
doing something slightly different, it seems.
No, you're good.
At about 56 degrees.
56 degrees.
On my VFR map, everybody's going in the same direction, except for Marsh.
Cool. Dope. 56 degrees.
That's my heading. If we're going this far, I put it in nav,
Yeah.
autopilot,
Yeah. Yeah.
4,500 feet
Nice.
for me. But
Yeah.
What do you guys like to fly? Mountains, short runways, slower aircraft, faster aircraft?
Oh, man.
Too many choices.
I think it'd be fun to go like in the X Cub or something
Okay, yeah.
and do a mix. Like
Agreed.
maybe the California mountains. Got a lot of airports and a lot of dirt strips.
Yeah.
The Sierra Nevada.
Well, what I was thinking was we could do the X Cub in Saskatchewan.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Yeah. You just go over fields. It's just flat, flat, and more flat. Hey, Brady, that plane guy, how's it going? So you're that plane guy. I didn't know.
Wow. Impressive.
Who are you talking to?
Guy on the YouTube chat. Brady,
Oh,
that
good.
plane guy.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, the only
Forgot
other
about YouTube.
yeah, the only Brady that I know, uh, he doesn't fly a plane, but he shoots planes. He goes long haul. He goes from one end zone to the other end zone.
TB12.
TB12, yeah.
I just bought my NFL ticket on YouTube today for the first
Oh,
time
nice.
ever. Never done it before.
It's
Why not?
expensive, but if you go to like one game, you spend that much money. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because I saw I've seen it a couple of times over the last couple of months. To watch it on TV, to watch all the games, it's like something like $7,000 because it's like you need a subscription for this thing and this thing and this thing and it's like. But also, who the hell watches all NFL games anyways? Like,
well,
really?
they're all on at the same. I mean, you know, a
Yeah.
third of them are on at any given time, so it's
yeah.
kind of hard.
And like when I watched it, I didn't watch the game like after the fact. After the fact, I just look at like Sports Center and I know exactly what the score was, see the highlights, and I've tried Red Zone, but then I was like,
That's what I'm excited about.
Yeah,
I always enjoy watching that.
Red Zone is cool.
yeah, because you get all the games. But I was like,
Yeah.
for me, it's always been about the Patriots, and then it was the Buccaneers, and now it's like I
Go Texans.
don't watch it. Go.
I think the 49ers are playing in an hour or two. I don't even know when the game
Oh
starts.
wow.
49ers at Raiders in Vegas.
Oh. Ooh.
Do you've
That's a
got
nice city.
you have season tickets again this year, Marsh?
Oh no. I bought individual tickets to 2 games, like the first 2 home games.
Oh, but
Oh, cool.
last year did you have season ticket?
I don't think no. I always have like college season tickets. I've never done NFL. I just do. I may go to
okay.
like 4 out of the 8 home games, but
Ah, okay. Because I thought you did have season tickets because you were like always at the games. So I was
seems like
like,
I'm always there. Yeah.
yeah. There's like some phenomena with the terrain around here. There's like some
Lucky they say
purplish.
You saw UFO.
Yeah, an alien. Yeah, I told my wife about daughter watching Alien with me, and and she's gonna grow up. She's gonna be like hungry for horror movies. Like, yep.
Yeah, she wasn't traumatized at all. So,
What I think when they then get him onto the bed, and then the face hugger gets off of his face, and then they're looking for it. They find it, and then it like jumps out or something. No, it was they're at the table. They're having a meal, and then the guy ends up like he starts like convulsing, and then the blood's coming out, and then the alien comes out of his stomach, and that's when she was looking at it like, what the? And then she like goes under the blanket, and then she starts laughing. I'm like, yep.
Like father, like daughter.
Well, because I remember watching it. I was a little older than that, but like I thought watching it, like I watched the first four, well the last four technically. I watched that maybe like 5 years ago, and like I was scared. This time around, I'm not even scared. Like I'm like, okay. I jumped a couple of times, but I wasn't like scared and having nightmares or anything like that. When I was a kid, I'd have nightmares.
Of course.
I remember I can still like remember it vividly. I'm like in that swamp in Return of the Jedi, and I've got Yoda up in the tree. And then I got Kermit the Frog, and then I got E.T. And those were the three that give me like the creeps and nightmares, and I had them all in one dream or one nightmare. I was like, oh no. Wait a second. Oh, I thought I still had my landing gear down.
Oh boy.
Nope.
17,000 feet.
And there's starting some mountain range around here. Let's start seeing some mountains.
Mm.
So I see that user point 1 and 2.
Yep.
Neither one of them were landing. And then we're going to VLSV.
Yep.
Okay.
Which one?
It's almost due west from us right now.
Oh boy.
So
we're going up to sightsee.
Yeah, sightsee, but we could also go straight to the airport. I think.
It's up to you. I just was pointed out. It's
Yeah.
your flight.
Oh, hey, well, yeah, it's my flight, but I want you guys to enjoy it.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
We're winging it.
But I think, depending, yeah, I think we can go this way, waypoint 1 and 2, and then that next airport, it'll be the end, because at that point,
okay,
it'll be in about half hour, so might as well.
Okay.
And now it's starting to get a little interesting, so I actually might drop a little bit, but your terrain is actually starting to pick up the elevation.
yeah.
Oh, in the X Cub, we can go to 29 Palms.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, Lars made that from 29 Palms. He's also the owner of Contrail. But I've been there once or twice on a flight, and I'm like, why would you ever fly? Like, yeah, it's a bush flight, but I was just like, it's out in the middle of nowhere. Like, but
there's a big marine base out there.
Okay, maybe that's why.
We were driving back from the Grand Canyon about 2 weeks ago, and when we were in the desert near Edwards Air Force Base, there must have been like 3 or 4 767s kind of maneuvering around each other at low altitude, like had their landing gear out
Wow.
about 4,000 feet, I would say. And we were, yeah, my son recently got his driver's license, so he was driving and I was on flight radar. Some sort of a training. I'm not sure what all they're trading for, but
It's well, did you hear Dana White? He's actually starting a new company. It's UFC, but with planes and like big planes. So it's
What?
767.
yeah, what?
It's like the heavyweight class. So the planes, they have to outmaneuver each other in the air.
Are you serious? Or are you just making it up?
Making it up.
What?
Once you put Dana White into something,
Yeah,
it's sort
I
of like, yeah, it's made up.
Sounds expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. Just imagine the parts on that. Pretty much need a new airframe if you lose.
Yeah.
Oh wow, somebody's like very low. Cause all I see is a green light and then a strobe light. Way down in the forest. I think it's Marsh or Hurst.
I don't think so.
Oh, it's a joke.
I'm at 4,500.
Yeah.
So far, so good.
Because I'm at 13, crossing 13 down to 12.
This
So-
is like jungle.
Yes, and
Yeah.
and so really this is like where you start to see the Ho Chi Minh Trail. It starts in this area, so that's where like because the routes were in Cambodia and then just north of here in Laos. And I'm pretty sure it was like trade routes, but also like even I think the U.S. used it to go from north into Saigon. And I'm not familiar really with the Vietnam War, but wasn't it south the bad guys, and north was the good guys? Or is it like Korea?
The other way around.
The other way around. I should have known. Never go north. It's always bad. It's just like in North America. Canada's bad. U.S. is good.
True. There is a pattern.
Did they play at the political conventions up in Canada? Like the DNC and the RNC? Do you know?
Yeah.
It's probably not on the main TV.
No.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, main TV. I think CTV.
Mm-hmm.
So
like a nationwide network.
Yeah, and then CBC it definitely has it on like all the news. Yeah, they talk about the RNC and DNC. I watch.
Wow.
And I've watched both online. One I watched a little bit more than the other, but I wanted to watch both. But then I was
too.
like, what is this? And now RFK Jr. is backing Trump, so now it's I don't like. I guess against Biden. Against Biden, he was taking votes from Trump. Now, what's he gonna do? What's it? You know, is that really gonna affect polls? And the thing with what I hate about polls is they only poll about 1,000 people. You've got like
1,000 people who answer unknown numbers on their cell phones. Which,
yeah, that's like
right
grandma.
away is something
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
Or they have a landline. Yeah.
and it's just like, and the people calling, they've got a list. Well, if you say you're voting Republican one time, well, now that, okay, well, we've got you now on the Republican list. Oh, we got you on the Democrat list. Well, then later on, you want to, like, you can fool around with that stuff after, because then you can say, hey, okay, well, we're now going to call these people because they're slightly in favor of the other side. They're, you know, like they're independents, but they lean one way or another. I don't know. To me, it's like it's 1,000 people for a poll, and then the news, the right-wing news is like, oh, Trump's in the lead. Trump's in the lead. And like the same day, you've got the left media saying, no, the polls show Kamala's in the lead. It's like, really? Well, yeah, Trump's in the lead. Well, he's in the lead for this state, but not as president, but on specific issues. Same thing with Kamala. It's like, you know, they just twist everything to make it sound good for whichever side they're on. And I'm like, the news was supposed to be impartial. Nowadays, it's like, you know, it's pointing fingers at each other, and then it's just to get the eyeballs.
Yeah. Business.
Yeah, really. More eyeballs, more money. Because, like, even like with Russia and Ukraine, when that happened a couple of years ago, I was like, all right, let's see. Let's get a clip from Fox News. Let's get a clip from ABC. Yeah, CNN, ABC, NBC, all the same stuff. But now let's go over. Let's get BBC. Let's get German news. Let's get even Indian news. And then you start to get it like a better picture. But then it gets very murky because it's like pulling you in all sorts of directions because it's everybody's got a slightly different slant. And then you got like some countries where it's like Russia is the good guy. In most of the world, it's Russia's the bad guy. But then it's like seeing it from a different perspective, you can then start to, you know, you'll learn some things. Because tying it back to sizzling popcorn, back in the day when I was reviewing films, there was a movie. I drove my brother up to Ottawa, back to college, and I said, "Hey, let's go see a movie." Well, I had seen every single movie at the theater except for this one movie. It was Dasavadaram. Well, Dasavadaram is a Tamil movie, so in India. And we get in there, and my brother and I were only two white guys in the theater. Everybody else, they're all Tamil. Like, they understand the language. And a young Tamil guy sat beside me and was like, "What are you guys doing here?" I said, "We're here to watch a movie." He's like, "Well, you're not going to understand. It's all in Tamil." I said, "It's called subtitles." But the thing is half the movie was in English and the other half was in Tamil. So you got your you had it all transcribed anyways. But the premise of the movie was this Indian guy's in the U.S. at a biochemical company, and then he ends up becoming the perceived terrorist. Like the Americans are all saying, "Hey, it's this Indian guy. He's a terrorist, and he's got the biochemical weapon." But it's actually an American guy that's got the So, like, up until that point, most movies I saw about like whether it was Afghanistan or India, it was always like they're the bad guys, the Americans are the good guys. But in this case, it's an Indian movie, and it's the opposite. It's the Americans the bad guy. And the thing is one Indian guy played 12 different characters, Indian and white. He had all these masks on, and it was like very terrible, like terrible quality of movie. But seeing it from that different perspective, it was like, okay, like that's how they see things. It's like, because when you only hear your side, you think you're all great. But then when you look at it from the, well, wait a second, we look like this to these people, and like you get a fuller picture. It might not be clear, but you get a fuller picture. Now that's my philosophy lesson for this stream.
Very wise.
Yeah, I just came out of my my hut in Cambodia here. My monk hut, my shrine.
The big city off to the east.
I was thinking of Saipan, but
Saipan, yeah, on an island. Yeah.
But yeah, Saipan is it's further up.
Speaking of further up, I gotta gain some altitude.
Uh-oh.
Or you're gonna gain some trees. Yeah, like the first half, it's like nice and calm. It's just flat. You can like autopilot. Then you start getting into the mountains.
Yep.
Yeah, I was just thinking right now of Aviator. Where the hell is he? Because he's always like, I don't trust sizzling popcorn here. You know, like the landing, is it going to be like a short landing? Like, oh, the landing's right here. You got baby.
Yeah, you had a good one.
Yeah,
Babyface killer.
Yeah.
And a Huey.
Oh yeah, Huey. That's a Huey also, RE 1013.
Vietnam, classic Vietnam. Oh.
Yeah, because there's one back here by the water.
I need to go fly that thing.
Is it freeware or payware?
It just hit the marketplace like last week, I think.
Ooh.
What was
It's
it?
been out on other. The UH-1? Iroquois or whatever. Yeah, Huey.
Huey.
Vietnam.
Yeah.
Because
I guess that's why everybody's flying it.
I have it in DCS, but we don't have Vietnam or Cambodia. I think the closest we've got is Mariana Islands.
Mm.
But supposedly they're working on Vietnam, Korea. But that'll probably be a couple of years. We gotta wait for Afghanistan to finish up. Saturday nights, I was gonna
Right
start.
for fighting.
Yeah, Saturday. That's tomorrow night. I was thinking like tonight was like Thursday night.
Yep.
I was gonna start a class to learn the F-16 and DCS, but then I heard it was like minimum 2 hours and probably go up to 3 hours, and it's pretty much setting up your buttons, starting up the aircraft, takeoff and landings. I'm like, well, my buttons are already set. And then I see someone, they're like, what can I do for my keyboard? I'm like, come on, keyboard? You're gonna fly with a keyboard? Someone said you gotta like a game controller, use that, like a gamepad. He said, well, I'll try to get a joystick with it. I'm like, yeah, get a joystick. Like, you're trying to fly like high fidelity, like it's not like the Flaming Cliffs. Those aircraft are like more of like a game versus like simulation, like because a lot of things you don't have a 3D cockpit, like the stuff's not clickable. But the Viper that we're trying to learn tomorrow, it's all clickable. So you're telling me you're going to try to use a keyboard? Take off and landings with a keyboard? No way. But then I'm like, 3 hours for that? And then this person's probably in it. I'm like, that's going to be annoying for 3 hours. Maybe I'll just learn it on my own. I think I'll probably just end up flying because I haven't flown really. This is my first flight this week because of my YouTube jail. But I'm not one to put myself in there.
What do you mean when you say that?
Well,
YouTube jail.
It's because I couldn't stream at all for 72 hours because I had changed my Sizzling Popcorn account from a brand account to put it back under my personal account. And when I did that, it like changed some of the stuff, and then I had to wait 24 hours to stream. But then I made changes trying to get around that, and every time I did that, I would get another 24 hours. So then I went back to just being a brand, and everything was fine. I was able to stream. And the other thing was all my Streamlabs, all my settings, all my different intros, outros, all that stuff got all wiped away because it was all connected to the brand. So when I got back to a brand, it all came back to me. And that's why I said it was like a Celine Dion song.
I gotcha.
I see on the VFR map It says USR02. They're missing one S. USSR02. But I know what it means. User waypoint number 2.
Well, I'm following Airstub. I don't know. I don't have the flight plan loaded, but
About, yeah, 293 degrees,
93 degrees.
uh, roughly.
Yeah.
Even though that doesn't sound very rough. Sounds very specific.
It's like what you can get in the remarks section of a METAR. So in the
Hey, I got a
METAR,
phone call. I'll be right back.
okay, because in the METAR you get your temperature and your dew point, but in the remarks you can go right down to the decimal, a tenth.
Ooh.
So in the remarks you can have T01920178. So that's 19.2 and 17.8. So 19.2 on the temperature, and then 17.8 dew point.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be a good 15-minute video.
Yeah, I even said even the experienced pilot might catch something new.
Uh-oh. Ooh, okay.
Just to get them to watch, because they're gonna be what's up, Mantar? Oh yeah, let's watch like 30 seconds of this guy. You know, he probably doesn't even know what he's talking about. No, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's all called Chat GPT. But yes, I do know my stuff.
Definitely.
And then I got Chat GPT to help me out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
Supplement.
Chat GPT, I'm like, yeah. So explain where you can find the METAR in Flight Simulator and also in Navigraph. So in Flight Simulator, it's like, yeah, you can get it right on the world map. You click on the airport, and then there's a pop-up with airport information. You get the METAR there. I then went into the sim. I was like, no, that's not true. And then it was like, in Navigraph, if you search for an airport, then there will be a small screen on the right side, a panel on the right side, telling you you can click on it and get the METAR, the TAF, and the ATIS. I'm like, looked at Navigraph? No, it's on the left side. So I'm like, yeah, ChatGPT, I know you're a little outdated, but I still got to watch out. You don't always say the truth. And you know what it tells me? It's because you can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
Well, if you're in Florida, can you handle the truth? If you live in the Panhandle?
Oh, here. Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
That was impressive.
I might not be in a Cirrus to do acrobatics, but I can do some acrobatics and some words.
Serious acrobatic.
Yeah, you can tell I'm a dad. Dad jokes. Why do scientists hate atoms? Because they make up everything.
Oh boy.
I learned that one from One Joke Lee.
Very topical.
Wasn't Tropic Thunder filmed around here?
Good movie.
You said topical,
Yeah,
so I went to
actually.
tropical.
Probably.
All right. Past my bedtime here.
Air show's diving. He must be close.
Yeah, we're.
You say air show?
I'm sorry, air stud.
You remember that guy?
There's a guy who flies. Yeah, there's a guy who flies sometimes with the other guy, and his name's Air Show.
Yeah.
He's like from Japan or.
Yeah. Because I remember him. He'd like be flying upside down.
Yeah.
And then like, because of the broken English, some of the stuff he'd say was just like, just hilarious.
Yeah. By the way, if you look at that sticker on your left door, one of the things on there is inverted operations. Like, pretty interesting sticker. I was checking it out earlier.
Use a phone by pick prohibited during all aircraft operations.
Whoops.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, it must be a rental plane.
Yeah.
So with the Toby, I found I don't even use eye tracking. I just use the head tracking.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, just head tracking. Eye tracking, I only use that for like the hunter call.
Hunting, yeah.
Yeah. Like a first person shooter.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but you don't need that. And I know there's been the 6th DOF update like many moons ago, and I was going to do a video on that, but the thing is I've never used the 6th DOF. Like, you can actually move over in your chair and then it'll move over on the screen. But if I was to do that, really, if I move over from my screen, well, I am further away from my screen. Like, I don't want that to happen. Like, so yeah, I don't use that. I just use like, just moving my head. Like, even going in and out. No, I just got it pretty much like panoramic view, not like a 3D, like where I can zoom in, like move my body in to zoom in. No, I think I do that in DCS.
See, I like being able to move my face closer to the screen and move closer to the instruments sometimes.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
so they just added, did they upgrade the software for the Toby? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
To have a new feature?
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago.
Oh, then I must know it already.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, for me, I just use like turning my head from side to side, but you can also move your head forwards or backwards and it'll pick that up. But you can also move your head over to the right or over to the left, and it'll move your seats or your view inside the cabin. And that's
I like
where
that.
But yeah, you like it. I haven't.
You didn't like it?
Oh, I don't even think I ever even tried it. I think I was just like, I'm good the way it is. But in DCS, I do, because DCS I gotta look on the sides of me, and it's. But then I get frustrated and sick trying to do that, because I'm like trying to look down at my buttons, but I'm like looking down, trying to get the camera to go there, but then now I can't see my screen because I'm looking down. Like, so I'm like trying to figure out to get like other buttons to move me, and then I can. But I also have like a zoom in, zoom out button for DCS, but not in here.
Yeah. It's sometimes handy for me to be able to move left and right if you're trying to look at something odd.
Yeah.
In the, like down at the corner of the passenger door or something. But you should try it. You should try it. But I always have this key to just, I turn it on and off a lot.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm in an airliner, it's hard to work the FMC and the dials.
Yes.
When your head's kind of bobbing around a little bit.
Especially the E-jets. Especially the
Oh, yeah?
E-jets. Oh, man. Even if you're not even using head tracking, it's... If the plane just moves a little bit, like, it's so finicky, like, you're like, trying to get, like, the elevation up. It's like, all of a sudden it just stops. Whoa. I think I was, I don't know what was going on there. Where's the bag? Bag! Air pressure's low here. Yeah, so you're trying to, like, you're turning a knob, but then all of a sudden, like, you're still, like, trying to turn it, but then it stops turning, and it's so frustrating.
Yep, it can get very frustrating.
All right, coming up to our last airport of the night, of the morning in the UK.
I'm falling asleep here.
You're falling asleep. Hey,
while you're standing up.
He's just standing up.
Well, he's doing VR. Maybe he's not standing up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, I'm sat down on my sofa.
That's good.
Yeah, over the last 7 years, I've done a lot of endurance racing with teams out of the UK. Pretty much, I've only been on 3 teams. 2 teams in the UK and then my own team. But where we're doing like 6, 12, or 24-hour races. And it's nice with the UK because I'm 4 hours behind you. So then, like when we start getting into the night, well, the guys in the UK would send it over to the one team. We're actually 2 guys here in Halifax. So, like, I only met the guy from Halifax because I joined a team from the UK. Like, it's weird, but so him and I, we would do like the UK night shift, but it was still early in the night for us, and then we would go like midway through the night, and then we'd give it back to the UK. A guy would be on at 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Continue on. But I've also done it where didn't matter where you lived, you just stuck around the whole time. It's like most of, because you always want to see how the car is. You want to see what the race is like. Sometimes you fall asleep. But I think it's because of like the adrenaline. You're like, yes.
Have you landed already?
No, I'm.
No.
You're.
A couple guys have.
You're there, or close to it.
Yeah, I'm close. I can't bloody see it though.
Yeah,
Me neither.
I am on the ground, so I would be a marker.
Did you land towards the east or west? Or
East.
do you know? Heading east.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I can see it. Flying over it now.
But yeah, coming up with this flight plan, I like it when airports are much closer together, whether it's like little strips. But here,
Yeah.
it's like hard to, like when the airports, even small ones, are like 100 miles away. It's like, okay.
Yep.
Marsh, are you still on the runway?
Yeah. Well, I'm off. I mean, yes, basically on the runway.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm off to the side by like a foot.
Like a regular foot or like a subway foot?
Jared from Subway. $5 foot long.
I was there the other day, and I had my daughter with me, and she sees a ice cream sandwich. She's like, Daddy, I want one. I want one. And then the lady behind the counter, she's like, oh, does she like ice cream? And she's like doing everything to try to sell this thing. And I was like, yes, we're gonna get.
Give me your number. I'm gonna call you in a couple hours.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll get two because I know mommy's gonna want one when I get home, and her brother's gonna want one. So if they both, we'll just split it in 4. Got home, well, my wife caught a whiff of it. She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, all right, 4. Cut it in 4.
Oh, there's respawn, and
I saw that in a jumbo jet.
Chinook, or a jumbo jet if you don't have a Chinook.
In a Chinook. He's just like floating and rotating. Nice, nice A320. Is that like a Taycan A320? It's got the no, like the dome on the top.
For me, he's in Thai Airways.
Thai Airways.
Yeah.
747.
That's a cool livery. Marsh.
Oh yeah.
What livery? Don't you have the black? Black
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
It says TBM on it.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know if it's the same livery you see or what.
Yeah, because I've got that one. Oh, I thought it said the Godfather, but no, it's just a TBM. It's like weird watching him because he's hovering like a 47, but it's a plane.
747 instead of 847.
Because it's like he's like a spaceship. Well, guys, I know it's not the full plane, but
No, that was good. Thank you.
it's actually nice because you get the flat, and then we get into the mountains, and then it gets a little flat here. But thanks, guys, for showing up. Always fun.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks for planning it.
Yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Like,
And I think either next week or the week after, we'll do something in California. Have a good one, Doc.
Yeah,
Doctor.
nice meeting you, Doc.
Yes.
And you.
Have a good one.
See ya.
no, God.
See you guys.
See you guys.
Thanks again, Popcorn.
Yeah, no problem. See you next
Bye.
time. Bye-bye.